Hi friends, welcome to Edur Education YouTube channel. In this video, we will discuss regarding the poem. The title of the poem is A Plastic Paradise. It was written by Dr. Sam Illingworth. He is an associate professor in academic practice in Edinburgh, UK. His research involves using poetry to help start conversations between scientists and non scientists, and in particular to give voice to audiences that have been underserved and underheard by science. He is the founder of Consilience, the world's first peer reviewed science and poetry journal, and the author of the book A Sonnet to Science, Scientists, and Their Poet. Dear friends, this is the brief information about the poet Dr. Sam Illingworth. Now, let us continue with the poem. At the far edges of the world, hidden deep amongst the raging seas and rising waves. So, by looking at the title of the poem, one can understand the poem is about plastic. So, the poet has begun the poem at the far edges of the world. So, here the place is not away, the place is away from us, not very near to us, at the far edges of the world. Then, hidden deep amongst the raging seas and rising waves. Hidden deep amongst, that means the oceans are the source of abundant knowledge and mysterious things that we know very well. And here, the poet mentioned the ocean as raising seas and rising waves. Raising seas and rising waves. So, we know very well about the word raising. It means very angry, very angry. And next word, rising. Rising means like we know about tides in the ocean, ebbs and flow. The tides will come forward to the shore with great force and they go back. So that is called rising and falling. So here, raising seas and rising waves. The rising waves in the raising seas lays a series of secret atolls and coral coves. Here, lays like lazy and lie down and hidden. These are the synonym meanings. And then a series of secret atolls. Dear friends, atolls means in the oceans, in some areas, round ringed shaped circles will be there. And even these atolls also the source of many mysterious things. And here, and a coral coves. So coral coves means In some areas, especially in the ocean or some other water bodies, some rocks will be there, some land. Okay, that kind of areas are called coral coves. Okay, so here lays a series of secret atolls and coral coves. Next thing, remote islands that are almost entirely untouched by human hands, untouched by human hands. So dear friends, in this poem, in this area, especially in this area, the poet used the same line twice. So this technique is called repetition. Repetition. Okay, with this repetition, one can understand that the area, the lands, what kind of lands, islands they are remote islands. What kind of islands? Remote islands. That means the islands which are away from us, remote islands that are almost entirely untouched by human hands. What does it mean? Untouched by human hands. That means almost not touched, not used, and not visited by human hands. So, literally, we are unable to, or we are not reaching that particular areas. But our deeds, our actions, they are going and they are doing something mischievous and very horrible things. Let us know what are they. And here, human hands, it is example for alliteration. Okay, well, and here second, but maimed by the detritus that those hands have wrought. Here, but maimed, that means injured. Maimed, that means injured. Injured by the detritus that those hands have wrought. So here, detritus means waste items, waste items. And we are injuring, we are damaging the seashores and oceans, even islands which are away from us. Almost we are not reaching those areas, but our deeds, our mischievous actions are reaching that kind of things. That those hands have wrought. Have wrought means like brutally beaten. Here, wrought. So brutally damaged. Completely, we are damaging that kind of areas. But how? In what way we are damaging? Let us know. As coffee lids and toothbrushes bathe shamelessly on previously pristine shores. If you observe these lines here, as coffee lids, so we know very well about coffee lids and toothbrushes. Every day we brush our teeth and bathe shamelessly on previously pristine shores. Bathe shamelessly on previously pristine shores. Here, pristine means very clear, pure. Okay, so previously these shores are very clear, clean, and like crystal clear, very pure. But as coffee lids and toothbrushes bathe shamelessly on previously pristine shores. Bathe shamelessly. It means bathe shamelessly. It means simply without shame we are throwing the brushes, coffee lids into the oceans, and they are creating such a kind of disturbance in the oceans. Here the poet used personification. Dear children, here usually coffee lids and toothbrushes, they won't take bath by themselves. But here, due to the human activities, they are swimming, they are taking bath in the oceans. So here the poet has used personification. What is personification? Personification means giving human qualities to the non-human beings. That is called personification. Okay, well, next, ancient bottles of lilt roll across the dunes. Ancient bottles. Lilt means usually we drink some energy drinks, juice, coke tins, okay, in the bottles, and they are taking form of dunes. You know dunes, like, let me tell you in Telugu here so that everybody can understand. మనకు ఎడారిలో కానీ బయట ఓపెన్ ఏరియాస్లో కానీ ఇసుకతో లేదా ఒక చెత్త ఎక్కువగా ఉండి ఒక దిబ్బలాగా ఎత్తుగా ఉండేదాన్ని డ్యూన్స్ అని అంటారన్నమాట. ఓకే, వెల్, డ్యూన్స్ ఇసుక దిబ్బలు, చెత్త దిబ్బలు అని అంటూ ఉంటాం. సో హియర్ ancient bottles of lilt roll across the dunes. So these bottles, they are rolling, they are moving from one place to another place, like throwing the dustbins and throwing the dust, garbage, okay, unnecessary things in the open areas. Here in this context, in the oceans. And then their dirty emerald hues diffracting the sun's light across our filthy plastic paradise. And dear friends, here the dirty emerald. So emerald means green color stones, very valuable color stones. So green, emerald hues, that means green color, diffracting the sun's light. Here diffracting means like changing the course of something, like changing the course of light waves. So here, due to this kind of garbage, even the sunlight also getting affected and diffracting the sunlight across our filthy plastic paradise. So what kind of paradise it is? Usually paradise means, we know that, where abundant happiness and relax will get. That is the actual meaning of paradise. But here, filthy plastic paradise. The poet used filthy plastic paradise. What kind of paradise it is? Plastic paradise and filthy plastic paradise. Filthy means very dirty. Very dirty. Filthy means very dirty. So that kind of paradise where we are living and where we are throwing into the ocean bodies or water bodies. Well, next, shampoo bottles and silicone chips rub callously. So, dear friends, here shampoo bottles and silicone chips. You might have an idea something about this one. Silicon chips, usually we use diodes like chips, like motherboards in computers, mobile phones, in almost every electronic gadgets we use chips, silicon chips. And this kind of things also we are getting from the sand, silicon. Silicon means sand. And here we are using them, or we are using that kind of sources, non-renewable resources, without any mercy, without any second thought. We are using that kind of source very mercilessly, and then against sands that will never again be white. Dear friends, here will never again be white. That means whatever we use in nature, especially non-renewable resources, we cannot replace them later. After using them, we cannot replace. So that's why they are called non-renewable resources. And we are supposed to use non-renewable resources in a limited way, because the others also will get the chance to use them, because they also have the right. Not only our generation, but also the upcoming generations also should get that kind of beautiful nature and pleasant nature. The carrier bags begin to collapse, contorting to create impossible surface of, sorry, impossible structures of fabricated indifference. So, dear friends, the carrier bags begin to collapse. So here, carrier bags, and everybody knows about carrier bag, like plastic carry bags. They began to collapse. Collapse means here come together and form a unit, like different objects will come and they create one kind of new object, just like water, H2O. So two hydrogen and one oxygen. So like that, we will get water. And in the same way, these plastic items are coming and intersecting together, contorting to create impossible structures of fabricated indifference. So contorting means like twisting or bending to change its natural shape. Contorting. This one contorting, like changing one's own or one's natural position or shape to create impossible structures of fabricated indifference. So here, what kind of structures? Impossible structures of fabricated indifference. So we are getting new and very different structures of bags, colors, because of this kind of contorting, twisting and turning or bending to change its natural or original shape. In our market, we have many kinds of bags. So that here, fabricated means like manufacturing, manufacture, okay, manufacturing. So, next thing, a plastic straws pair up to join in this. So we know plastic straws. Once we used to drink the coconut water, then some kind of juice with the help of straws. Then this two-fingered gesture to consequence. So dear friends, here gesture means like uh, bodily expressions, movements. We use two fingers we use two fingers to touch the straw and to dip into the water, coconut water, and some other kind of juice to drink them. And these things also have joined to these consequences. Consequence means the results. Whatever we do, we will get consequence, that means results. If we do good things, we will get good results, good consequence, positive one. If we do the bad things, we will get bad consequences. Okay, well, these islands were our canary. So dear friends, can you guess why did the poet use were our canary? Okay, let me explain about canary. Canary means a small yellow bird. Okay, so usually yellow indicates happiness. Small yellow bird. Here, in this case, canary also represents beautiful nature, happy and jovial, pleasant nature. So these islands were our canary. Were means past tense because once upon a time these islands are our canary. So that is past activity. That's why the poet used were. Then what about are? Can we use are? Yes, we can use. But when? How? When you follow the uh, liberal way of using our natural resources, sustainable usage. So we should use, and at the same time, we have to think about our future generations. So then only we can replace that were with are. Okay, thank you. Then one that we had no intention of saving from artificial asphyxiation. Dear friends, here asphyxiation, it means the condition of having very less oxygen levels in the atmosphere. So that one that we had no intention of saving from artificial asphyxiation. Suppose if we excessively use this kind of sources, after some years these sources will become empty. So that we have to face the problem. Definitely, there is no doubt at all, and we will get that kind of artificial asphyxiation. Usually, when we meet an accident or some other critical conditions, then the doctors will attach the oxygen mask in the critical condition. So here, from artificial asphyxiation, so we should cultivate good habits. We should cultivate good habits because one that we had no intention of saving. So we have no that kind of intention, opinion to save our mother earth, beautiful nature. Later we have to pay the consequence. We have to pay something. That something may be our lives or our future generations' lives, and which now lies silent at the far edges of the world, untouched by human hands. Dear friends, lies silent at the far edges of the world. Now, the far edges, they are very silent. Silently, they are weeping because of our indecent behavior, because we are throwing the dustbins or garbage plastic items into the water bodies, and finally they reach oceans. And this is the way how the oceans are getting destroyed, polluted. And finally the poet once again concluded the poem by using untouched by human hands. Okay, thank you, my dear friends. So if you like the video, like, just share with your friends. If you are watching this channel for the first time, please subscribe my channel for latest updates. Thank you. Bye everyone.